again. So I just feel inspired to share different videos here on my channel. And the last one I posted was a prayer to lift off trauma. But I figured I should give a little sharing about what trauma is, because I think a lot of us might think that trauma is just for those really intense or horrific situations that might happen that we hear about. But actually, um, so with inner healing, you learn a lot of tools and a lot of understanding about healing, and how trauma is not just for those people that are in some devastating situations. Um, Trauma can be something so simple and easy that it just simply happens to us, but has a deep impact on us. So let me just give a couple of examples so that you know what I'm talking about, because you know how when we have knowledge, it can really help us to get free, to get healed in areas that we never knew we needed. And so that's why I love truth and wisdom and knowledge, and because we get to learn ways that the Lord uses to bring healing to us that we maybe didn't know we even needed before. So I just want to give a couple examples. So, let's say, we've had occurrences, probably all of us, right? You get sick somewhere, right? And let's say you're in a store, or you're at a restaurant, or wherever you might be when you get sick. Sometimes, depending how sick you get, um, the sights that you saw, the smells that you smelled, the place itself carries, you can actually be traumatized by everything that happened in that moment. And it can be something so simple as getting sick somewhere, okay? So obviously we just laugh it off and it's like, oh, well, I'm never going to eat that again, kind of memory. However, when we go to that same place, we're like, we don't want to go there again, or we don't want to be around that thing again, because what happened to us, there's a part of us that got traumatized. And so what we saw, what we heard, what we felt, we need Jesus to lift the trauma of that memory and that situation off of us. All it does is it just gives us more freedom. We literally breathe lighter, easier. I am telling you, that's the reason why I posted that video on trauma, is because I've seen the effects in a normal person's life. I have a very normal person's life. Yes, I have things I've been through. We all have, but just normal things that, whether you're a sensitive person or just a normal person, and something happens and you react to it because of what's going on. And it could be something so simple. It could be something that happened during a holiday that really hurt you, maybe just personally hurt you. But even the holiday gets tainted by that memory for you. So you need God to also lift off the trauma of what you saw, what you smelt, what you heard, because now Christmas has some bad, or that particular holiday has some bad feelings attached to it. We don't want any of that in our life. Even something as simple as that happening. So I've just noticed and experienced the value of praying to get trauma lifted off. Oh my gosh, things that you never even thought of, because you just continue living afterwards. Praise the Lord, right? But I've just realized that the specific way of praying or asking Jesus to lift the trauma off of that specific memory, and off of your eyes and what you saw, your ears and what you heard, your heart and what you felt, removing it from a cellular memory, is because our even our cells hold memories, our reactions hold memories, our eyes, we are bombarded by things, and we have a lot of feelings, and so we can be traumatized by just simple things. So that's the reason actually why I made the video. It can help with any person, no matter how devastating your experience was. But it can just simply lift off of just simply bad memories, um, that just give you a bad taste in your mouth. There's something that you can't seem to let go of. Your heart maybe needs to be healed from a pain of, say, a relationship. Um, but you may need to have trauma lifted off because it's so stuck in you. And so that's the reason why I made the video. It's literally to help anybody, any of us who experienced something that wasn't good, that had a true lasting impact on us. And it's so easy for God to lift that trauma off of us, and no longer do we see the world through that lens of trauma. We now can super enjoy Christmas again, super enjoy that restaurant again, super enjoy. I know it sounds small, but I am telling you, the lightness that you feel when you ask the Lord to lift trauma off of different memories or situations, off of your life, you literally breathe easier. You feel lighter. You feel free. And God came to give us a life that is full of abundance and freedom. And so anything that would stop us from feeling that abundance, right? We want to get that lifted off, right? So that's the reason why I posted that video on trauma. So it is literally for anything. So just ask the Lord to bring to mind, Lord, is there a memory? Is there something deep down that I still have pain over that I can't seem to get rid of easily? Or I get sick to my stomach at the thought of said thing. Lord, is there trauma attached to that? And if there is, Lord, would you lift that trauma off? Remove it, like in the prayer, out of all those different areas in you, and ask the Lord just to remove it so that you can just be whole, even more of a whole person. So I just want to post this video just to say that, to let you know that this is just an inner healing experience with trauma that every person can experience freedom with, and you don't have to have something super traumatic that happened to you. I personally found the prayer very helpful just because I'm a very sensitive person, or some people call it like an empath or a burden bearer or other terms. You're just very sensitive to what's going on. And so you're more affected because you're more aware. You're very in tune with people's feelings and what's going on around you. And so things hit you harder than, say, someone else. So that's the reason why I actually experience the freedom of that so much more. But this is for anybody. Even if you're a normal person that isn't that sensitive, you're still probably gonna have some memories where it just goes deeper because it was very painful, whatever the thing was. So to have that lifted off is huge. So just try it and see what you feel like afterwards. So I hope you listen to the prayer to lift off trauma, and I hope it really blesses you in your life.